Welcome, Wapplers from around the world. My name is Mark. I'm known as Mark1 on the forum. We're very glad that you're here. We hold our Wappler monthly meetups on the first Friday of every month, 1600 Netherlands time. You can keep track of the meetups on the forum and review past meetups on the YouTube channel, thanks to Ben from down under in Australia. Today, we're going to do something a little bit different. We're going to watch Ben's latest video called Theming using Bootstrap 5.3.2. And we're going to, after we get introduced to it, we're going to have a discussion about that and how that we can use that to improve our designs and make Wappler even a stronger solution for us. So without further ado, we're going to go right into the video.
Hi, my name is Ben Plessier and I am a fervent user of Wappler. As of Bootstrap 5.3, Bootstrap supports color modes, or themes. Bootstrap now defaults to the light color mode. This means that the likes of the navbar light class has been deprecated. With this video I will introduce you to some of the changes and possibilities when using Bootstrap 5.3+. I start my node project with the usual, a layout page and a content page. The content page has a heading and a button. The button opens a standard Bootstrap modal. The layout page has a navigation bar that has been inserted using the blocks menu. As I pointed out in the introduction, the navbar light class has been deprecated. What does the Bootstrap documentation say? The default is light, and to override this, use the navbar dark class. But notice that this is for version 5.2. So, let me remove the navbar light class. In fact, if the light mode is the default, let me also remove the light background colors. As you can see, nothing has changed. But what if we want a dark navigation bar? The Bootstrap documentation states that the light mode can be overridden using the navbar dark class. Let me change the theme to dark. This has the effect that the text has been transformed to a light color. Time to change the header background color. All is well. But what does Bootstrap 5.3 have to say about navbar dark? Navbar dark has been deprecated. Instead, use the Bootstrap theme for dark. You are probably wondering about this change. After all, the result with navbar dark is precisely as wanted. The main reason for not using navbar dark in Bootstrap 5.3 is, it will be deleted in future versions of Bootstrap. Another reason, I will show you now. I will add the Wappler component called Theme Changer. This is shown in a video that I produced earlier. I will leave a link for this video below. As you can see, the component is not visible because of the light mode that is the default mode. I now delete the dark theme. In its place I insert the new dark theme. As you can see, the component is now visible. Thus far, I have used the old method to style the navigation bar while introducing the new dark theme. Bootstrap 5.3 has introduced new, expanded color palettes. Added our new variables for secondary and tertiary text and background colors. For theme colors there is, subtle. And for text, emphasis. With this knowledge, let me use the tertiary version of the body color. The requirement here is to remove the dark theme from the navigation bar. When the body color changes, the navigation bar shows the tertiary version of the body color. The same can be done using the secondary version. This will produce a slightly darker shade. You are probably now wondering why I am using Code View when making changes. This is because I am using Wappler 6 beta. This and older versions of Wappler have not facilitated Bootstrap 5.3. Not only that, Bootstrap 5.3 itself has not quite settled down. But all of this should not deter us from playing around with the new features. Let me add a color to the navigation bar. This requires the addition of the dark theme. Here we see that the navigation bar has not changed in dark mode. The reason is that the color is a solid color with no opacity. I will now add subtle to the class. This is the same color with an opacity of 50%. This requires the removal of the dark theme. When I change the theme from light to dark, we see that the navigation bar changes. Now for the content page. I was going to show how to style the modal. On second thoughts, I decided that the information given so far is sufficient for you to try that for yourself. So I added extra content in the form of a section, container and a row containing 4 columns. Inside each column is a card. I now add a background color to the section element. I am a color agnostic. But even I would prefer the lighter shade. When I add the subtle variant, the lighter shade is exactly what I get. In dark mode, the yellow color blends away, similar to the red color of the navigation bar. This should give enough food for thought to stay ahead of the game. We will all be using Bootstrap 5.3 in the near future. Undoubtedly, Wappler will have caught up by then, making the implementation a lot easier. I have had a lot of fun creating this topic. I hope that you have also enjoyed it. Thank you for watching.
So you think you're Wix? Do you really?
All right. One of the challenges with the profession we've chosen is keeping up with technology that's changing every day. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this, on Bootstrap 5.3, and how we can implement that in our upcoming designs. What do you think, John?
I'm looking forward to it. I think there's a lot of stuff in there that looks very exciting. I think the light and dark theme is the way a lot of things are going, certainly with apps. Oh, hang on, I've got a phone going. Sorry about that. But it looks like I've delved into beta 11 that came out yesterday, and it doesn't look like it's the bits that Ben referred to in that video have yet been implemented into the UI. So you still have to manually put in the classes. But I'm guessing we're not far away from being able to, which will make life a lot easier.
I would agree. I think it's coming soon. Bootstrap is, I'm going to state the obvious here, I think. Bootstrap is here to stay for the foreseeable future and the way to develop sites, right?
Yeah.
Do you think the light dark theme is really cool? Do you think that's something that our users are going to actually use? Or do you think it's more along the lines of will be used for accessibility with color options?
I think it's one of those things that it's almost a way of showing that you're modern and using sort of latest design ideas and trends, rather than it's not a you know, a mega feature. An app will still work without it.
Hmm.
I mean, Apple did a massive song and dance when they added light and dark to Mac OS a few years ago, and I didn't get excited by it at all. But having said that, for some reason, my laptop I always leave in dark mode, and my desktop I always leave in light, and I don't know why. Whether it's just to conserve battery or, but
My experience is that developers who arguably spend more time in front of a screen prefer dark mode, and my users prefer light mode. Um, but it's just like you say, it's another feature. It demonstrates that you're on the leading edge, and Bootstrap has been just amazing. So, anybody else have any comments? We've got more people joining our Zoom here. Roberto, what do you think?
I think also as John, I think the dark mode is used more in development for developer, and not much for users. Users prefer light mode. I think I don't have statistics, but I also use the dark mode, but many of my colleagues use the light, use the standard visualization, and someone start using dark mode with Windows, because also Windows introduced the dark mode, but I don't know. I think Bootstrap work a lot on this in this feature, and also Joomla have some new feature about accessibility, not only for the users that have difficult to see, but to the contrast of the words and the style things, but also for the hearings, how we see in the screen. And I think this is a trend, or maybe it will a trend in the future years, and this is only the start point.
That's a very good point, Roberto. And I think accessibility is going to wind up being more critical as we move along, especially as we go into things like Google Glasses and other features. Other hardware is developed to consume content. We'll have to be aware of those and be prepared for them. So that's really good. Out of curiosity's sake, I'd like to try to take a survey of the folks on the call here. Can you open up the chat and let me know if you folks are using developing with Wappler on Macintosh, or if you're using Windows or something different? And I'll try to tabulate that and get it back to everybody on percentage-wise of who's using what. I would appreciate that. John, did you have anything you'd like to contribute about the video or Wappler?
not really. I think it's when they add the rest of the 5.3 features to the UI, that's going to be the big shift. At the moment, it feels like it's just the CSS and JS files have been updated, and that's it.
Trying to reach John, the John John.
Oh, sorry.
Well, no, you're good, John.
Too many Johns.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can, John.
Hey, sorry, I've just installed Zoom, so didn't even have time to test it. Yes, what can I help you with? Hello,
Hello, John. What country are you from, John?
the UK.
Okay, awesome. The how
Whereabouts?
Midlands, Staffordshire.
Oh, okay, cool.
You know,
um,
you got an English accent there, so I guess you're not far away.
so how are the chestnuts in Midland?
I've not explored any.
On this side of the pond, you made the front page of our newspaper this morning about your chestnut harvest, but that's a whole other story. Getting back to Wappler, this I really want to thank Ben for his most excellent videos. He's just been a fabulous supporter of not only Wappler, but training and supporting Wapplers on the forum, and also supporting the our monthly Wappler meetups. I'd like to ask well, one last time, does anybody have anything they'd like to discuss about Bootstrap? And then next, I'd like to ask if anybody has any discussion topics on Wappler that you would like to see in the future that we could possibly bring to you. All right, very good. Well, I want to thank everybody for joining us today. I'm going to Roberto. We just met Roberto for the first time today. I want to thank you for joining us. I will reach out to you in the days to come on the forum. We can talk about the work that you're doing and how we can present that to the Wappler community. And I want to invite any Wapplers out there who have a particular solution or a site that they would like to demonstrate to share with the rest of the Wappler community, to reach out to Mark 1 on the forum. We hold these Wappler meetups on the first Friday of every month, 1600 Netherlands time. You can keep up with what's happening with the Wappler meetups on the forum. And you can always reach out to me as Mark 1 on the forum as well. I want to thank everybody for joining us today. I hope you have a fabulous weekend. And I look forward to seeing everybody next month. Thank you and take care.
Hopefully Wappler 6 final will be out by then.